What is going on? You already know it's your boy Ace of Cross Culture. We back at it again. We're episode what? 92? Yeah, 92. We out here. We're gonna be daydreaming today.
Yes, it
Gonna be
is.
daydreaming.
Who's daydreaming? Who's daydreaming?
Who's daydreaming? Go ahead. Tell them who's daydreaming. Tell them who's
It's your boy
daydreaming.
Sensei Japan, back with another episode of ATAS across time and space. Oh yes,
Yes.
we in the building. We in the building.
Out here.
Episode
Out
90.
here.
Thank you very much. Get your cups. It's gonna be a
Yo,
wild
get your
ride.
cups. You already know. Get your cups. Look. I've had some craziness going on. The description, as of this moment, as of this recording,
Yes.
the description is blank. So I will make sure that I get that edited and put in to YouTube so that you know exactly where you can get your mug so that you can rep it. You already know.
Yo, I'm looking forward to the day. This whole screen is filled. And your living room is filled, or your car is filled. Your ears are filled with the sound of cups clinging. Right? ATAS mugs are available at the link below. Go ahead and get yourself a cup and get ready. It's gonna be a wild ride. Got a word today. The old heads, it seems. That's the title. What's the title?
A word from your elders. That is the title today. That's where we at. Because sometimes you just need a word from the wise, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're talking about old heads, man. We're talking about super centenarians.
Oh, okay. You
No.
ain't talking about us. Okay.
Oh no. I'm not old enough. Yeah, I'm just a mature baby compared to these dudes out here, these people that we're gonna be talking about today. But
That's better.
the name of the book that we're reading is Ikigai. Not yucky dude, Ikigai.
Yeah.
All right.
Well.
Ikigai, yucky dude. Oh, okay, all right.
Oh,
I'm a dad. Don't mind it.
Icky guy.
But Ikigai is the thing that you're good at, the thing that you love, the thing that the world needs, and the thing that you can get paid for. So it has to hit those four spots. That's so Japanese. That's so Japanese. You know, Tetragrammaton. You know, 4 characters. They like the four.
Tetragrammaton, dropping the 5 cents.
I mean, 5 cents? Okay, I thought it was a $5 word, but all right.
5 cents worth 500 yen nowadays. You know. Look. This is volunteer work out here. All right, them Japanese yen is getting hurt. Okay, but
Yeah.
yes, Garcia.
Okay, so I definitely went back and I made sure that this ticker is correct.
Yeah.
Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life by Hector Garcia and Francesc Miralles.
Yeah.
And Miralles with 2 L's. So I'm guessing that that he's Portuguese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
because if it was Spanish, it would be Miralles.
and it would be Francesco. Yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get some of that soup, man.
All right. So we going through a little bit of a lightning round here because there was a lot of quotes and I didn't even get a chance to get them all down, but there's just like so much knowledge from these hard-hitting generations. We're talking about people that have seen like 2 and 3 centuries in their lifetime. So not gonna get too like they started in 1 century, so that counts as the first. They lived through a whole one and then had the beginning of the next
other side. Jeez.
Yeah, that is crazy to think about. I mean, we've lived through what is it, the year 2000, which was
right. Yeah, Y2K.
Y2K. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Yeah.
All the computers are going to crash. No, they're going to get reset. They're going to buy
they're all going to think that it's the beginning of time and not the year 2000. It's like, oh my goodness.
We're fine.
Yeah. So there was all of that. But to be able to live through like, you know, whenever you're born and then like live through a war or multiple wars. Yeah. And then come out on the other side like, oh yeah, turn of the century. Okay.
Bro, you lived through world wars, right? You lived through the Spanish flu, right? You lived through the whole industrial military complex scheme. You know, that whole education system, all of that. And you lived through Nam. You lived through the oil crisis. You lived through, maybe you wasn't concerned with all that stuff. Because if you were, like, my goodness,
you know what?
After one, I don't think I could.
I wouldn't be really jiving with anything else. I just gotta live my life.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was lucky to make it through that last one. Corona. Right?
Man.
People were dropping left and right. You can't leave your house. But imagine that happening every 12 years or so. Because actually, crises do come in cycles. This will not be the last.
Yep. It definitely won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually equivocated it to the Spanish flu because of the need for vaccination. I think when the Spanish flu happened, they were kind of just like, you need to get it. If you don't get it, you're getting arrested. And yeah, so now when people are like, oh, we need to get the vaccine, it's like, no, I don't want to get it. What do you mean you don't want to get it? We don't want you to die. We don't know what's going to happen. So we'd rather that you get this medication. Yeah, you might get sick for a little bit, but hopefully if you contract, then you won't die from it. That was the big thing.
You won't share it with somebody else.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you could still share it with somebody else, even if you had the vaccine. Yeah, but if you're vaccinated, then hopefully the worst outcome won't be on the table. That's the big thing.
Well, there's a question. Are the centenarians or septuagenarians that we're going to be talking about today?
Septuagenarians? What?
Are those people, are they still alive? Right?
Are they still alive?
What did they leave behind?
I don't think...
They are.
None of the centenarians are still alive.
They are, according to the African proverb.
The
African proverb, all right, as long as they stay alive in our hearts, as long as they're remembered, as long as we continue to talk about them in our stories, then they are alive. That is their version of the afterlife. There you go. So
have you watched the movie Coco?
Coco? I'm in love with the Coco.
Oh,
Who's
no.
Who's the first? No. Who's the first? Right.
Oh my goodness. You did not just say that, bro.
That was for the people. That was for the culture.
Yo,
right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, the movie Coco, it talks about the Mexican tradition in which you are... in the afterlife, you are given one day to come back to.
Oh, okay. Like Obama.
Yes.
I think it a week, but okay.
And it's like if somebody remembers to put your picture on the ofrenda, so it's kind of like a staircase type thing, and you put pictures and their favorite foods and all of this stuff. But
that's the Buddhist table where they put the stuff for the person that has passed away. It's called Butsudan. But go ahead.
If you don't put somebody's picture there, then they're seen as quote quote forgotten, so they can't come and cross back over. So it's not a wild and crazy thing, because even in American culture, they say, oh, once somebody passes away, you start to act like them, or you start to remember their words just a little more clearly. And yeah, it's the same exact thing.
It sounds like it.
Different ways. But we're going to jump right into it. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a lightning round. I'm going to read the quotes off, right? I'm going to read the quotes off.
Because I was looking at like Write them down and then do that. Okay.
Oh no.
No.
Gonna
I mean,
read
no.
that.
In preparation for the soup du jour. All right. So that works for me. I'm hungry.
So we're gonna read some of their quotes. So some have one long quote, some have like two shorter ones, and then we're gonna discuss afterwards. But after each quote, I want you to kind of give some type of either synopsis, agreeing with, disagreeing with, but some of your thoughts right after. So are you ready for?
Oh, you ready to go? You ready to go?
Oh yeah. All right. Misao Okawa lived to be 117 years old. Spartans, rise up if you know you know. Eat and sleep, and you will live a long time. You have to learn to relax.
Okay. How does that resonate?
Mm-hmm.
Eat, sleep, and learn to relax. Okay, so that's a very interesting thing that I heard in a podcast earlier today. We were talking about the importance of money, right? Now, if somebody gave you $1 million that said that you could not eat after having received that $1 million, would you take it?
Bruh.
No, you would not. All right. If somebody said, "I'm gonna give you $1 million, but you can never sleep again," would you take it?
Nah.
No. All right. If somebody gave you $1 million and they said, "Well, you can never relax again," would you take it?
Nah.
Nah. All right. So money is great. It's nice, but it's not as important as these things that are listed out here by Miss Misao Okawa. Eating, sleeping, relax, and live a long life. All right. If somebody give you $1 million and said, "Well, you're not gonna live to enjoy it,"
right?
You don't need it. All right.
That's horrible.
So don't lose track of that. That's my response.
All right. Next one up. I'm sorry, I got to get a little close to my phone here. Maria Capavilla lived to be 116 years old. I've never eaten meat in my life. I'm happy and I give thanks to God for keeping me going so long. I thought I'd be gone long ago.
Yeah, I mean that's something for your people, right? You don't eat meat. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about it. I don't eat meat during breakfast, right?
Okay.
And like, what's the cost? Am I shortening my life by eating the other animals around me? Really? You know, that's a hot take. I'm taking their life and shortening my life.
Ew.
For what purpose? Like, what does that do for me exactly? It's good.
It's good. Oh. So the sin. Let me stop.
Yeah, if I ate the animals around me and lived longer, I could see, but live shorter because of that. That's something that's food for thought.
Oh, and she was also a dancer. After she gave this quote, she got up and danced. So like she was pretty old at that time.
Oh, all right, showing this, yeah, showing she still got it.
Yep.
I was listening to an interview with a 92-year-old guy from New Zealand, one of the oldest people living in Japan, oldest foreigners living in Japan. 92, okay. And he was spry. I'm like, dude, where are you living? He up there in Hokkaido somewhere. But he came into Japan as a missionary. He had his first wife out here. She was foreign, but then his second wife, she was Japanese. And he's got like grandkids and great grandkids already.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy,
bro. But that's like something I could actually look to say, okay, I'm a foreigner living in Japan. What is he doing? How he get? How am I going to keep him alive? And through my actions.
Dude, stop playing and just move to Okinawa.
Stop playing. Just move to Okinawa, right? Or you could bring Okinawa right here. In fact, there's a little community down the street. It seems like everybody over there is either from Okinawa or they just like Okinawa because they got the statues right out front. There's a certain statue in Okinawa. Maybe I'll leave a link to that in the description or something below so you guys can see that. But yeah, they got these little lions that are like on both sides of the house, and it's not.
Oh, like the little The
It's
little
not like
lion with the
shrine.
paw. No.
It's not the same one from the shrines. It's slightly different. But it's like they got them. You could just see them like lined up in that whole area. It's like, oh, okay, all right, maybe it's a little Okinawan thing going over there.
Okay. All right. So we're going to jump into the next one. Jean Coleman, and he lived to be 122. He said, "Everything's fine. I'm competing with Methuselah."
Now, I understand this is a lightning round, but the lightning is hitting me in such a way like, who is Methuselah?
Who is Methuselah?
Can you remind the folks of who Methuselah is? Because I think you're in a unique position to do that over here on Crossword. Who is Methuselah?
CXC, we out here.
Yeah, GPT, we out here.
So Methuselah is the oldest living person, or the oldest person who lived in the Bible. The oldest. Oldest.
To what age? Because I know they were getting it in
900. Oh my goodness. I know it's over 900.
So
well over 900. But I can't remember the exact age. But his Methuselah in Hebrew actually is a promise. So his name is a promise. So it's like, you will see this. Something like that. And he died just before, I think it was just before the flood. He died. So there's a promise in his name, and it came to fruition. It's kind of like Simeon and the birth of Jesus. Like, you will see the Messiah, and he saw the Messiah, and he promptly died. Like, when God promises something, like, that's it. Period. So.
Okay, Methuselah's 969.
969. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go.
What's the name was up there too? Noah, I think he was like 920.
That's like that's a millennium. That's not
crazy. Yo, we need to get some words from the Bible on the super duper centenarians.
What were they doing to live 100 years after another 100?
The earth was a lot more pure then. I'll say that much.
Yeah, there wasn't so much corruption in Babylon.
Babylon! All right, so we're going to jump into the next one. Walter Bruning. And he was actually in America. This is extremely unique.
Oh, yeah, he was one of them.
Yeah, he was born in America.
Okay.
He lived to be 100, I almost said 1,000, 114 years old. He says, if you keep your mind and body busy, you'll be around a long time.
Yeah, no, that's smart. That's smart. I like that. The thing is, like, work, you'll notice if you retire and stop working, like in the American sense, you gonna die. Right? Because your mind starts to just turn into mush. If you don't have anything to do, and I'm not saying this against anybody of that age, that, you know, your lifestyle choices, everybody to each his own. But, all right, you need to stay busy. If it's like taking care of plants or a garden, or your neighborhood or your community or your grandkids, they will keep you alive. Like running after them, trying to chase after them. You know, going to pick them up from school, drop them off from school. Who that? Take them there to take them all over the place, right? Because that's going to keep you alive. You're going to give them that wisdom that you got, and you got to learn how to, you know, translate some of these ideas in your head into their young minds. All right. So grandparents taking care of your grandkids, yes, that will keep you ticking. And we're going to keep ticking out those grandkids until we can't tick no more.
I'm going to interject with a few points now, because my grandfather, you know, who was around for a lot of your life, who you saw as a grandfather, he was 80 something and still walking from your residence to our late grandmother's house and tending a garden. he wasn't letting anything stop him until we had to basically sit him down and be like, hey, you need to stop because you might fall on the way, and that'd be it. I've often said that when you stop learning, you die, because it's
the learning piece.
You're stagnant because you're not looking forward. Today, I literally, somebody blessed me with a RAM stick for my laptop, and they were like, "Oh yeah, a stick of RAM, okay. DDR3 RAM."
Raise your laptop's capacity to be able to process.
So they said, "Oh, it's easy to do. Do you already have an SSD? You should probably do that too. It'll help your computer run faster." And it was like, I've never installed this stuff. I've never done it before. I literally did it within like 10 minutes. Just unscrewed everything I need to do. Boom, 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 boom. And I learned something new. So now when I want to expand the SSD, it's going to be that much easier. So by learning to do things, you make your neural pathways just a little more flexible.
No, hold on. You talking theoretic, but I'm talking like in a practical sense right now. There's my neurotransmitter, right? It's like flashing. It's like bing, 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 bing. Oh, so he just dropped it inside the computer. So what is it, like a PCI slot or something that you slide that stick of RAM into? All right, I need to make the connection between these 2 points right now.
I don't know if it's PCI. I don't know what the heck it is. Like honestly, here's what the RAM stick looks like that I took out of the. Yeah, this is what I took. So
the gold part, you just slide that into another one that looks just like it.
Yeah. So do
you have to blow first?
No, that's exactly what you don't want to do.
Don't blow
because you will put moisture on it, and then it might not work.
No, folks. That's what we grew up with. All right.
Yeah.
Some of these video games
it worked for whatever reason. It worked. But yeah, this is the old.
Big ups to DA in the building. Much appreciated. The love. Yes. Learning.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Keep the conversation going. I ain't trying to distract away from it.
Oh no. I had to look to see. So, DA, as you just said, do we have your permission to show your comments on screen? We don't like to put any governments out there, but yeah, we're going to keep going until we get that okay. But yeah, so that thing right there, it's literally plug and play. I just had to make sure that groove right there was in the right spot.
So you gotta turn it around if it ain't.
I because the one that I had when it came in the box, it was the wrong way, and I flipped it around. I was like, hopefully this works. I booted it up. It posted. I was like, all right, that's it.
In the end of the day, was the label up or down?
The label was down, which was odd because in the box when it came, the new one, the label was up. So this notch was backwards. I was like, I'm just gonna do like this, and hopefully,
but the notch is where the notch is supposed to be. So
Yeah. I mean, and it wouldn't have posted. The computer wouldn't have posted if it were in the wrong area.
Okay. Well, yeah.
All right. So we got that. Go ahead. We're gonna throw this on the screen from Deidre Allen. Checking in with us. Our brain is a muscle and it needs exercise. And the exercise that it gets is when we win. Read and use it.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. It's like muscle,
yes.
fiber, right? Our mind is like muscle fiber. Like it takes a little heavy lifting at first, right? To get used to it. But then you're going to look and say, oh, I got that. And then you go on further, right?
Yeah.
Use it. Much love.
We're going to jump back into it. Alexander Emmich, who was living in America when he passed, he said, I just haven't died yet.
There you go. He said something interesting about that too. Yeah, I just haven't died yet. He wasn't stressed out about dying either, though. It said that we're all born to die. You know.
Yep.
So when it's that time, it's that time. You just haven't died yet, right? So if you're gonna stay alive, well, I'm staying alive. Other people notice and say, "Oh, you've been around a long time." Oh, thanks for noticing, Jack.
He said, it's not like I've won the Nobel Prize or anything,
or anything, right? Yeah.
So I just been here for a long time. No, he wasn't a drinker either. He attributed his success to not drinking at all. So
yep. Now, why didn't he drink? Why didn't he drink?
That we don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah. Neither does Biden.
Biden doesn't drink.
Biden doesn't drink.
Oh,
Trump
Biden
doesn't.
I'm sorry. Biden looks old.
Trump doesn't drink either. Neither one of them.
Oh,
Don't
Trump, like he might need one.
He made his own wine. He's got wineries and everything. But
how you make your own wine? You don't drink?
You don't drink?
Don't get high on your own supply, I guess.
Well, who was it? Was it a parable or an actual person in the Bible who said that? Yeah, the king doesn't drink, but he provides drinks for everybody else.
That I'm not familiar with.
Oh, that's from the Gospels.
I'm not familiar. I'm familiar when Jesus turned water to wine, and the master of ceremonies, as it were, at the feast said, This is strange. Usually, you get everybody drunk with the good wine, and then you bring out the cheap stuff. Right. But you have saved the best till now. Right. So, along the same lines.
It was something along the lines of the king doesn't get drunk. But go ahead. I'm at you.
Okay. Okay. Of course you are. So, what do all of these super centenarians have in common besides the fact that they've lived more than 100 years?
Okay, this one is a question for me. What do they all have in common besides the fact that they lived 100 years?
Yeah.
Is that they're not stressing about it. It seems like it's everybody else that's chasing them down. Oh, why you live so long?
Oh, I think I missed my banner. Oh no. Yes and no.
Okay.
I think I yeah.
You noticed something else?
I noticed something else, definitely. In one way or another, they have all gone against conventional wisdom.
Oh, in what way? Oh,
they have all gone against the grain in some way, shape, or form.
Everybody else's grain is going into the ground, and they're still standing.
Chill out.
You're absolutely right.
Chill out.
How else?
No, Misao she's saying, learn to relax. Everybody else is, in the rat race. Hey, learn to relax. Then you have Maria, who never ate meat. That goes against conventional wisdom. They say, oh, that's the only way you can get your protein. Not true. You got John Kalman, who was just not worried. I'm just competing with Methuselah.
Everybody else ain't competing themselves or comparing themselves with Methuselah.
But he's like, don't take it too seriously. You have Walter Bruning, who's saying, like, keep working. If you retire in the American sense, then you die. So keep working your body and your mind. Then you have Alexander Emich, who was saying, you ain't got to drink to be happy. So they're all going against conventional wisdom in some way, shape, or form. And those are the people that we usually label as visionaries. They're ahead of their time. They are seeing the future before it comes to fruition. And those are the types of people that, gone too soon, or, they live before their time, or those are the ones that we remember like that.
It's a lot to that. It's a lot to that. Like, I think they mentioned somebody in there. Also, you didn't mention it today, but he was like, when I get to 70, 73, 75, when I'm in my 70s, then I will.
Yeah. It's a Japanese artist.
Yeah.
It was a Japanese artist, and I couldn't include him I have one, two,
But he
three,
thought he
four
was
more things.
Well, I mean, thought he would be like hot stuff at 70, and then at 80, and then 90, and finally when he reaches 100, he'll understand the nature of all things.
Of all things, yeah.
Whereas most people have all their plans in like the 30s, 40s, 50s, right? So, yeah, I mean, you make a good point that it is probably in your best interest if you're looking to play the long game to go against the grain and to stick to that, whatever it is, that consistency. Okay.
So we got to do a super duper lightning round because we're over 30 minutes.
It's time.
Just gonna jump through them real quick.
Okay.
All right. So Christopher Plummer, who is an actor, these aren't super centenarians, but their mindset seems like they'll get there.
Okay.
Christopher Plummer says, as an actor, like, we all want to drop dead on stage. That would be a nice theatrical way to go. We have Osamu Tezuka.
I'll say it.
All right, hit it.
Tezuka Osamu with a U.
Okay.
All right. The last thing he said was, "Please just let me work." This dude used to be underneath his table, underneath his desk, still working. All right. Who's next?
All right. We got Frederick Wiseman, who was a filmmaker. He says, everybody complains about their aches and pains and all that, but all my friends are either dead or still working.
There you go.
Serious.
Hustling. Who's next?
All right. Give me 1 second.
I got this next.
So that this isn't ticking. There it is.
Carmen Herrera, the painter, said, "I'm always waiting to finish the next thing." It's crazy. I know. But you know what? There's a lot to that. I'm looking at this bookshelf behind me right here. I need to be burning through these books that same way. So, I just need to get through that. Bang. Next one. Just stay on that. That's how you stay alive.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
But it's not just burning through books. It's not just burning through books. Look, you got to make a plan. Go in there and get it. PDCA, right? Make a plan. Do it. Go back and check. And then look at the next action. How can I improve in this thing? The best way to check what you learn afterwards is to get yourself a pen, a pad, and write your thoughts down on a piece of paper. All right? Or write it down in your note. If you got a note or something like this, man, just use a note.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Or the ultra, whatever they call it, right?
Hey.
Look, it's your boy TBT, and telling you that's what it is, folks. Come on now.
You already know it's your boy Ace of Cross Culture, CXC, we out here. But if nothing else, stay prayed up and be blessed, hopefully with a long life. Be a super centenarian yourself. Till next time, peace.
Yo, you see that?